Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Earlier this year, Apple announced the first Retina display MacBook Pro available in the 15-inch model. Now, today, they have announced the MacBook Pro with Retina display available for 13-inch models. Now, that being said, they have not eliminated the other MacBook Pros, the ones without a Retina display, so don't feel, like you're being left out or using yesterday's technology or not wanting to upgrade to today's technology. These 13-inch Retina display MacBook Pros start at $1,699, all-flash architecture, very thin, in fact, thinner than the previous generation MacBook Pro. I gotta tell you, I've had a Retina display MacBook Pro, the 15-inch model. I've been using it every day. It is my video processing machine, dedicated pretty much to video processing, one of the fastest Macs I could get earlier this year. I can't say I've been all that impressed with the Retina display. It's nice. It's clean. Definitely great contrast, great visuals. I don't run it in Retina mode. I actually use a free tool called Quick Res, which will switch the resolutions and push native resolution, as in non-Retina display resolutions, onto the screen. And with that, I get an increase in the video performance, like scrolling on a web page, scrolling through something else. I don't get as much stuttery or lag experiences when I have bumped up the resolution to a non-Retina display. That's the reason why I've been disappointed with the Retina display MacBook Pro. So I just want to throw that out there. I'm happy, but I am waiting for newer chipsets to arrive, newer video cards to arrive that can handle the amount of pixels that Apple is pushing down the pike. So why would you want a 13-inch Retina display MacBook Pro? One, you can see the difference between Retina and non-Retina, and not everybody can. Even my eye, as sharp as it is, I can see a difference, but not as much as I can see a difference on an iPhone or an iPad screen with a Retina display versus a non-Retina display. I couldn't really see the difference all that much on the MacBook Pro. Same eyes, but I guess maybe my eyes aren't as good as I thought they were. Not to say that they were amazing to begin with, but if you can't see the difference, don't spend the money. If you do not need an optical drive, that's another thing. It doesn't ship with one. They're kind of going the way of the floppy disk. I mean, if you're screaming for one, you can always get an external drive. That's what I have back there. I don't really need disks anymore. Use like thumb drives or USB keys, whatever. And another reason you would want this, you want something lighter than the standard 13-inch MacBook Pro. So if you don't want a tablet, you want a computer, but you want it to be lightweight, you want it to be powerful, you don't want to spend $2,000, a Retina display 13-inch MacBook Pro should make you happy. Why wouldn't you want this? One, if you crave desktop-like performance. You're just not going to see that in a notebook computer, specifically in this particular class. If you do not need an HDMI port, because the new 13-inch Retina display MacBook Pro comes with an HDMI port. Maybe you don't need one. You don't want one. Okay, well then you wouldn't want this. So that's not going to be a win for you. Another reason you wouldn't want a 13-inch display MacBook Pro, boy, that's becoming a mouthful. You do not have extra cash to spend. In my estimation, with my experience spending my money on a 15-inch Retina display MacBook Pro, it wasn't worth the extra money. And I'm saying that across the entire Retina line, if only because the hardware simply cannot handle the amount of pixels that are getting pushed across the screen. And that's painfully obvious when you start using it. And maybe I see some of those finer points, but that's one of the reasons why I had to use the free third-party tool to push the native resolution for the screen, the non-Retina display on that screen, to get better performance. And it worked. It was surprisingly, the difference to me was night and day. Animations were smoother. Things moved faster. I've been much happier with the Retina display MacBook Pro, specifically the 15-inch. But I don't think either one of them is worth the extra cash today, unless you need those niceties, you have the money to spend, in which case it would absolutely be worth your money and, of course, your time and attention. They're good computers, no doubt about it. They're just not for everybody. So here's my question to you. Are you going to get one?